That money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes.
Federal investigators have reportedly uncovered alarming findings connected to Floyd Mayweather's residence, sparking intense discussion throughout the boxing community. Widely known for his unmatched success in the ring and his lavish lifestyle, Mayweather now finds himself at the center of multiple legal and financial disputes that are drawing significant attention from both sports fans and legal observers. The undefeated boxing icon, who amassed a vast fortune through championship performances and strategic business ventures, is facing claims that could damage his reputation and bring increased scrutiny to the way his finances have been managed.
And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You could sell.
Floyd Mayweather is currently dealing with a lawsuit seeking roughly $4 million under the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations (RICO) Act. The case was filed in federal court in Miami by Leonard Sanoff, a jeweler based in Miami. According to the complaint, Mayweather and his company, the Money Team, TMT, are accused of multiple violations, including fraud, civil conspiracy, breach of contract, unjust enrichment, and civil theft. The lawsuit alleges that Mayweather acquired several luxury items, including expensive watches, a diamond necklace, and a ring, but did not fully pay for them, leaving an outstanding balance close to $4 million. To support these claims, the jeweler has reportedly submitted evidence that includes text message exchanges, which he says demonstrate the unpaid obligations connected to the purchases. This legal battle is the latest in a series of disputes that have followed Mayweather throughout the years. Previous cases and accusations have also centered on alleged unpaid debts and concerns related to financial management. If the current lawsuit proceeds unfavorably for him, it could result in substantial financial consequences while also affecting his public image. At the same time, new claims involving potential money laundering have begun to surface. Although the details remain limited and the allegations have not been fully established, the reports suggest possible involvement in unlawful financial activity, adding another layer of complexity to his ongoing legal challenges. Such accusations are particularly serious because they can carry both criminal implications and significant financial penalties. Further intensifying the situation are reports of a financial disagreement that reportedly took place in Dubai. Sources claim that Mayweather encountered difficulties related to an unpaid debt owed to a local businessman. The dispute allegedly involved a considerable amount of money and created enough tension to attract attention from those involved. While the matter was eventually resolved, allowing Mayweather to continue his travels, the incident has fueled additional speculation regarding his financial position and the sustainability of his famously lavish spending habits.
So I found out from a source, Floyd Money Mayweather can't leave Dubai because him and his sidekick, they had stole millions of jewelry last time they was out in Dubai. So when he try to leave, it's gonna run through the system and they gonna arrest his ass. So that's why Floyd Money Mayweather.
The growing list of legal and financial disputes has cast uncertainty over Floyd Mayweather's future. For many years, he has remained one of the most influential figures in boxing, building a reputation that extends well beyond his accomplishments inside the ring. Through his promotional brand, the Money Team, he has also played a major role in the business side of the sport, helping shape the modern boxing landscape. Should these allegations result in major financial judgments or other serious legal consequences, the effects could reach far beyond the courtroom. Such outcomes could place pressure on his business interests and potentially affect the respect and influence he has maintained within the boxing community for years. As developments continue to unfold, fans, analysts, and industry insiders are closely watching to see what comes next. Some believe Mayweather will overcome these challenges as he has navigated obstacles throughout his career, while others question whether the mounting controversies could begin to weaken the foundation of the empire he spent decades building. The answers remain uncertain, and the ultimate outcome will depend on how these matters are resolved in the months ahead. Yet the legal issues are only part of the story. Another topic generating attention involves Mayweather's decision to part ways with Leonard Ellerbe, a longtime associate who was closely connected to many of his business operations. Looking back, some observers argue that ending that professional relationship may have been a costly move. Since their separation, Ellerbe has reportedly shared information about Floyd and the internal workings of the promotional organization, offering perspectives that have sparked fresh discussion throughout the boxing world.
You don't think Twitter holds a lot of substance, but did you see some of the rumors flying around about Leonard might be leaving Mayweather Promotions?
Man, I don't listen to none of that stuff. I'm doing what I do.
Is there any truth to any of that?
No.
That's a resounding no.
The breakdown in the relationship was reportedly linked in large part to Leonard Ellerbe's close association with Gervonta Davis, the world champion who eventually separated from Mayweather Promotions. At the same time, tensions between Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather Jr. were said to be growing behind the scenes. These issues were publicly discussed by Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle and a longtime trainer connected to the Mayweather camp. In a recent interview, Ellerbe reportedly supported many of the claims made by Jeff Mayweather, stating that he felt pressure from Floyd to take a side in the ongoing disputes. According to Ellerbe, the situation was far more complicated than it appeared publicly, making it difficult for him to align himself with either party. Ellerbe also alleged that financial disagreements played a major role in the conflict. He claimed that Mayweather still owed Gervonta Davis approximately $33 million from their business relationship, and that Floyd was unwilling to settle the matter. Ellerbe said he often acted as an intermediary between the two men, helping to keep tensions from escalating further and discouraging legal action. According to these claims, Davis had been considering filing a lawsuit shortly after his victory over Frank Martin. Reports suggest that around the same period, Mayweather decided to end his professional relationship with Ellerbe, a move that many observers viewed as connected to the growing disagreements within the organization. Meanwhile, Mayweather has found himself confronting additional legal scrutiny. New accusations involving alleged fraud and theft have surfaced through a lawsuit filed by Miami jeweler Leonard Solmanov. The complaint also names American boxer and rapper Tyga, alleging unpaid balances related to several jewelry purchases. According to the filing, the transactions in question date back to late June 2021, adding another chapter to the legal challenges currently surrounding the former boxing champion.
What I'm doing right now, that's what I do every day. Shop. Ain't number like a couple bucks. Greg, come with me.
12 million?
I didn't get these. Yeah. I did?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Don't give a fuck. We make the dust up.
Leonard Solmanov, the owner of Lenzo & Company, filed a lawsuit in federal court in Miami on August 23rd, alleging violations under the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations (RICO) Act. The complaint includes a range of accusations, such as fraud, civil conspiracy, breach of contract, civil theft, and several related claims. According to Solmanov, he supplied a collection of high-value luxury items as part of the disputed transaction. The items allegedly included an Audemars Piguet watch, 2 Richard Mille watches, a Patek Philippe timepiece, a rose gold Rolex presidential day-date, as well as a diamond ring and an expensive necklace. Despite delivering the jewelry, Solmanov claims that he was never fully compensated for the purchases. The lawsuit also references Tyga, whose legal name is Michael Ray Nguyen Stevenson. He has reportedly faced separate allegations involving an unpaid Rolex watch, according to court filings previously discussed in media reports. In the case involving Floyd Mayweather and his company, the Money Team, the jeweler alleges that they used deceptive and unfair business practices to obtain luxury jewelry without paying the complete agreed-upon amount. Solmanov contends that although he received 2 initial payments totaling approximately $267,000, the balance remained unpaid after the items were delivered. According to the complaint, Mayweather later departed without resolving the remaining debt. The jeweler states that repeated efforts to recover the money, including discussions with representatives and intermediaries, failed to produce a final settlement. As a result, Solmanov claims that nearly $3.8 million remains outstanding, bringing the disputed amount close to the $4 million mark. These allegations remain part of an ongoing legal dispute, and the claims presented in the lawsuit have yet to be fully examined and resolved through the court process.
There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. They're claiming he was doing $100 million a fight, and I'm claiming he in his whole career has made about 100.
This is not the first major lawsuit to involve Floyd Mayweather in recent months. Earlier in the year, Eduardo Martinez filed a legal complaint seeking millions of dollars in damages over an incident that allegedly occurred 2 years earlier at a Yard House restaurant in Los Angeles. According to Martinez, he was attempting to record video of Mayweather when the former champion noticed him and instructed members of his security team to address the situation. Martinez claims the encounter quickly escalated, resulting in a physical confrontation and an effort to take possession of his phone. He further alleges that restaurant employees did not intervene during the incident. As a result, Martinez is seeking $3 million in compensation, citing physical injuries, emotional suffering, humiliation, mental distress, and lasting psychological effects. Meanwhile, another significant legal challenge emerged when Miami jeweler Leonard Sulmanov filed a lawsuit against Mayweather and his company, the Money Team. The complaint alleges violations of the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, RICO, and includes additional claims such as fraud, civil conspiracy, breach of contract, unjust enrichment, and civil theft. The lawsuit also names rapper Tyga, legally known as Michael Ray Gwyn Stevenson, alleging that he failed to pay for a Rolex watch. According to the filing, the defendants engaged in a pattern of unfair and deceptive conduct that enabled them to obtain luxury watches and jewelry without providing full compensation. Sulmanov, the owner of Lenzo & Company, claims that during a series of meetings held in late June 2021 at the Fontainebleau in Miami Beach, he sold Mayweather several luxury items. The collection allegedly included a yellow gold Audemars Piguet watch, 2 Richard Mille watches, a Patek Philippe timepiece, a rose gold Rolex Presidential Day Date, a diamond ring, and a diamond necklace. According to Sulmanov, he received only 2 initial payments totaling approximately $267,000 before Mayweather left Miami, leaving a substantial balance unpaid. He further alleges that members of Mayweather's team requested that he hand over his phone during the meetings to maintain privacy and confidentiality. The jeweler also claims he brought a second phone without informing those present and used it to record footage of the jewelry involved in the transaction, as well as cash allegedly used for the initial payments. These allegations surfaced shortly after comments from Leonard Ellerbe regarding the financial performance of the exhibition bout between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and John Gotti III, adding another layer of attention to the growing controversies surrounding the boxing icon.
Did you see the Mayweather-Gotti thing yesterday? So John Gotti, the mobster, his grandson,
the brawl.
he was holding. So Floyd is just piecing him up. You know, I mean, even at 46, he's the greatest of all time. And this kid is really an MMA fighter. He's a tough guy. He caught Floyd a couple times, some little shots. But mostly he's just getting boxed up. Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. But he was holding on quite a bit and wouldn't let go and was trying to like hold and clinch and hit, which is something you can do in MMA. So he's protecting himself from Floyd, but he's not letting go. And so Kenny Bayless gets tired of him not listening and not letting go, and he pushes him off and he says, "That's it. I'm stopping this fight. That's it. You won't listen to me. I am calling this fight." So he goes crazy and gets away from Kenny Bayless and just starts wailing punches at Floyd. Look at this. Floyd catches him with a counter right there. Bang! It became a melee.
Leonard Ellerbe, the former chief executive of Mayweather Promotions, has claimed that Floyd Mayweather greatly misjudged the amount of money he would generate from the exhibition bout. According to Ellerbe, Mayweather viewed the event as an opportunity to improve his financial situation and address existing obligations. However, Ellerbe estimated that the fight would bring in only around $20 million to $25 million, an amount he suggested would still fall short of covering the debts he believes Mayweather owes. Ellerbe has also argued that if those financial obligations remain unresolved after such an extended period, the consequences could become increasingly serious. His remarks have drawn significant attention, particularly because they appear to conflict with the image Mayweather continues to project publicly. Despite the allegations and ongoing controversies, the boxing star is still widely seen enjoying the luxurious lifestyle that has become a hallmark of his brand. Many supporters of Mayweather have criticized Ellerbe for speaking publicly about private matters following his departure from the promotional company. Some have accused him of betraying a longtime business partner by revealing information that was previously kept behind closed doors. Ellerby, however, has suggested that the breakdown in their relationship did not begin with him. According to his account, there were already unresolved issues and disagreements before he decided to discuss them publicly. He has stated that for a long time he chose not to comment on allegations involving Mayweather's finances or other controversies, but eventually felt compelled to speak out. Meanwhile, Gervonta "Tank" Davis is no longer affiliated with Mayweather Promotions after ending his relationship with the organization. Reports and claims surrounding the split have continued to fuel speculation about tensions within Mayweather's former business circle. Ellerby has also been accused by some observers of actively working against Mayweather since their separation. Various reports claim he has provided information regarding Mayweather's whereabouts and assets to investigators, though the full details and extent of any such cooperation remain unclear. Adding to the public scrutiny, Oscar de la Hoya has also made statements critical of Mayweather, further intensifying the ongoing debate surrounding the boxing legend and his business affairs.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Rick Glazer has also weighed in on the controversy, arguing that Floyd Mayweather's recent public appearances raised questions about claims made by Gervonta Davis. In his view, either the allegations were inaccurate or Mayweather had found a way to leave the country despite the reports surrounding his situation. Leonard Ellerby, however, has presented a different account. Drawing on his years as CEO of Mayweather Promotions, Ellerby has claimed that Mayweather was, at one point, unable to leave Dubai because of unresolved financial issues. According to Ellerby, restrictions connected to Mayweather's finances played a role in the situation, and he stated that he learned about these developments before many others close to the boxer. Although Mayweather has since been seen back in the United States, speculation surrounding his time in Dubai has continued. Ellerby has offered limited details publicly, but various reports and rumors have circulated within the boxing community regarding what may have occurred during that period. Among those claims are allegations that Mayweather suffered substantial gambling losses after receiving access to a large amount of money. These reports remain unverified, but they have become a frequent topic of discussion among fans and commentators. Additional rumors suggested that authorities monitored his private aircraft, and that financial restrictions affected his ability to access funds while overseas. According to these accounts, Mayweather was still able to move freely around Dubai and maintain his luxury lifestyle, yet was allegedly prevented from departing until certain financial matters were resolved. None of these claims have been conclusively established, but they have fueled ongoing speculation about his financial situation. The rumors extend even further, with some reports alleging that Mayweather has accumulated massive debts amounting to hundreds of millions of dollars. Others claim he has been making extremely large monthly payments toward those obligations. Critics argue that his continued high-spending lifestyle may be contributing to the problem, while supporters dismiss the reports as exaggerated or unsupported. Dubai has previously attracted attention for debt-related disputes involving foreign nationals, which has added another dimension to the discussion. Despite the widespread speculation, there has been little official comment regarding the allegations, and many questions remain unanswered. What has intensified the debate is that several of the claims have come from individuals who were once closely associated with Mayweather. Gervonta Davis has previously suggested that financial difficulties were affecting his former mentor, while Ellerby's statements have been viewed by some as supporting parts of that narrative. As a result, the boxing world continues to follow the story closely, waiting to see whether any of these allegations are ultimately confirmed or disproven. Interview 9. In recent months, Floyd Mayweather has once again become the center of widespread discussion across the boxing world, as various reports, rumors, and legal filings continue to circulate around his business dealings and personal brand. According to multiple lawsuits filed by jewelers in Miami, Mayweather and his business entities have been accused of disputes involving luxury watches and high-end jewelry. These cases generally involve claims that certain items were provided but not fully paid for, with plaintiffs alleging outstanding balances running into the millions of dollars. In some filings, other public figures have also been named in connection with separate transactions, adding further attention to the situation. At the same time, additional civil complaints have emerged over the past year involving allegations of financial disagreements and incidents tied to Mayweather's security team and public appearances. In these cases, plaintiffs are seeking damages related to alleged physical or emotional harm, although these matters remain unresolved and are still subject to court proceedings. Former associates and promoters connected to Mayweather have also made public comments regarding internal business relationships, including disputes within Mayweather Promotions and disagreements involving fighters previously associated with the organization. Some of these statements suggest tensions behind the scenes, though many of the details remain contested and have not been independently confirmed. There have also been claims and counterclaims circulating in interviews and online discussions about financial decisions, business strategies, and exhibition fights. Some individuals have suggested that certain events did not generate expected revenue, while others argue that these interpretations are exaggerated or lack full context. As for international speculation, various rumors have circulated on social media regarding Mayweather's activities overseas, particularly in Dubai. However, these claims remain unverified, and no official statements have confirmed any of the more extreme allegations. In general, much of what has been shared publicly appears to be based on speculation, hearsay, or unnamed sources. Despite the ongoing controversies, Mayweather continues to maintain a highly visible lifestyle and remains active in business and entertainment ventures. Supporters point to his long-standing success in boxing and promotions, while critics continue to raise questions about his financial dealings and past business relationships. As of now, most of the issues surrounding him are either unresolved legal matters or public claims that are still being disputed. The situation continues to develop, and it remains unclear how these cases and discussions will ultimately be resolved.
And Floyd was that guy, and the two worlds collided, and we used that as a platform for Floyd to go on to become the biggest star in the sport. This one's different because, social media.
In a surprising development, Floyd Mayweather has recently been linked to discussions around expanding and restructuring his investment portfolio. Reports and commentary from individuals close to the situation suggest that some of his recent financial moves may reflect a broader shift in strategy rather than a simple change in spending habits. Some observers have pointed out that a number of high-value properties associated with Mayweather had already been listed on the market for some time. This has led to speculation that recent sales activity may be part of a longer-term plan rather than a sudden decision. According to commentary from former associates, these moves may align with an evolving approach to wealth management and asset allocation. Mayweather has also drawn attention after listing several real estate holdings for sale, which sparked curiosity among fans and media outlets. Given his reputation for luxury living and high-profile investments, many questioned the reasoning behind reducing his property portfolio. With reports suggesting his real estate assets could collectively be worth hundreds of millions of dollars, the decision naturally raised interest and debate online. At the same time, Mayweather has previously spoken about real estate as part of his broader financial strategy. In public statements shared on social media, he has emphasized the importance of building long-term wealth and creating assets that can support future generations. He has also indicated that his investment approach has evolved over time, shifting from a focus on luxury acquisitions toward a more diversified portfolio across different types of real estate. This includes both residential properties and other potential investment categories, reflecting a wider strategy of portfolio expansion rather than concentrating on a single asset class. In his own messaging, Mayweather has suggested that years of financial success in boxing and business have allowed him to explore new opportunities and rethink how his wealth is structured. Despite these explanations, the exact motivations behind recent property listings remain a topic of discussion. some analysts interpret the moves as standard portfolio management, while others see them as part of a larger restructuring process within his business interests. Mayweather's public image has long been associated with wealth, luxury cars, high-end watches, and real estate investments, earning him a reputation built around financial success and lifestyle branding. Because of that, any shift in his holdings tends to attract significant attention and speculation. At the same time, former associates and figures within the boxing world, including Gervonta Davis, have made public comments in recent periods that have added to broader discussions about Mayweather's business relationships and promotional history. These remarks have contributed to ongoing debate, although they remain part of a wider set of perspectives rather than confirmed facts. Overall, while various claims and interpretations continue to circulate, much of the situation appears to revolve around shifting investments, public perception, and ongoing commentary from people connected to Mayweather's professional circle. The full picture remains unclear, and much of what is discussed publicly is based on partial information and differing viewpoints.
I see a lot of people, people always bring up the fighter pay with the UFC, but isn't Logan complaining right now that he didn't get his checks from Floyd? Is that like a boxing issue versus
you
a boxing thing?
You don't ever hear that coming out.
To this day,
you hear a guy going, I want to make $30 million, I didn't get paid enough. You don't ever hear guys going, yeah, they didn't pay me yet, ever.
Is that like a boxing issue?
Well, here's what happens when you go in and you do these fights and you make them. And Hunter, correct me if I'm wrong. You do these fights that are exhibitions or whatever. The commission isn't overseeing it. So let's say I did a fight with Mike. I got Mike fighting, Francis or something. The athletic commission gets the money up front, so they pay the fighters. They don't have to wait for. That was the big problem in the past, is that these boxing promoters would come in and they wouldn't make as much money as they thought they were going to do, so they would stiff the fighters and not pay the guys. And that's why these regulations are in place in these different states. And that's why I don't want to shit on any of the other states, but you want to fight in like Nevada or California, these guys that have
the
a strong
best ever,
commission.
the best ever.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis was once widely seen as one of Floyd Mayweather's most promising fighters. Under Mayweather's promotional guidance, Davis rose quickly through the ranks, winning world titles and building a reputation as one of boxing's most explosive young champions. Over time, however, reports of tension between the two began to surface. Davis eventually expressed dissatisfaction with aspects of his professional relationship with Mayweather, including how his career was being managed. These concerns were later shared publicly through interviews and social media, where he suggested that there were disagreements over direction, control, and long-term career decisions. As the situation developed, Davis and Mayweather Promotions ultimately went their separate ways, with Davis choosing to continue his career independently. The split marked a significant shift, as it ended a high-profile mentor-protege relationship that had been closely followed by boxing fans. In later discussions, Davis has made comments that some interpret as criticism of his time under Mayweather's guidance, though interpretations of those remarks vary widely. Some fans view his statements as frustration over business differences, while others see them as part of normal disagreements that can occur between fighters and promoters in professional boxing. At the same time, ongoing legal disputes and financial allegations surrounding Mayweather have led to renewed attention on past relationships within his inner circle. Various commentators and insiders have offered different perspectives on those issues, but many of the claims circulating remain unverified and part of broader public speculation. Davis, for his part, has continued to focus on his boxing career while occasionally addressing past experiences in interviews. However, he has not provided concrete evidence supporting more serious allegations that have been discussed online, and much of the narrative remains based on opinion, interpretation, and rumor rather than confirmed facts. Overall, the relationship between Davis and Mayweather is now viewed as one of boxing's most notable splits between a promoter and a rising star, reflecting both the success they achieved together and the differences that eventually led them in separate directions.
Set you off because he was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I wouldn't say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd he felt as though I'm at that point where as though
when Floyd left Bob Arum, It's not good for, it's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not going to elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just going to say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go and be his own.
Gervonta Davis's comments have added another layer of attention to the ongoing discussions surrounding Floyd Mayweather. With Mayweather already facing various legal disputes and public scrutiny, any remarks from a former close associate naturally draw additional interest from fans and commentators. Some observers believe that statements made by Davis could be referenced in broader conversations about Mayweather's business dealings, while others argue that public comments from athletes in the same industry are often shaped by personal experiences and should be interpreted cautiously. At this stage, there is no confirmed indication that such remarks have any formal impact on ongoing legal matters. Within the boxing community, these developments have also sparked wider debate about how young fighters are managed and guided by more experienced promoters and mentors. Many have begun discussing the balance of power in such relationships, particularly when financial agreements and career decisions are involved. These conversations reflect long-standing questions in the sport about trust, control, and professional independence. Davis's separation from Mayweather Promotions is now seen as part of a broader shift in his career, as he continues to establish his own identity in boxing. His decision to move forward independently has been viewed by some as a natural progression for a rising star aiming to build a legacy outside of his former mentor's influence. Meanwhile, the broader situation involving Mayweather remains a subject of public interest, with ongoing lawsuits and media speculation continuing to circulate. However, many of the more serious claims discussed online remain unverified, and outcomes will ultimately depend on how any legal processes unfold. In the end, Davis's departure and public comments have contributed to a larger conversation within boxing about relationships between fighters and promoters, as well as the challenges that come with fame, money, and long-term career management. The situation continues to evolve, and both figures remain in the spotlight for very different reasons.
And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of this
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
this
it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap, man. It's a lot of bread.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.